Here we go. We got Village coming in with the Lord of Change and those Chosen Boys versus the Empire. Empire Knights, Life Mage, Spearman, and the guy and the boy in his griffin himself, the Prince. Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one, folks. Strap in and enjoy. And looking at it right now, ooh, Village ain't too bad. I see the Sunmaker, so you know that's a problem. So we're gonna have to deal with that soon. Plenty of silver bullets and all this nonsense. You know, it's things I expected and the things I'm ready for. We got 3 Chosen, the Chrome and Blue Horrors, and we got the Golden Chicken going for that Sunmaker. We're gonna blot out the sun today. Handgunners trying to shoot my boys. But Village works well on Black Arc. It's the same thing when I use, what is his name? Festus. You have a nice healing or Mortis engine, and you just push right through your opponent's objective and just go into their spawn. And there we go, we got the golden dogs right on top of them. Probably should have just used the Searing Doom instead. Would have worked a little bit better. Probably just better. And there goes the Sunmaker. Yeah, the Searing Doom on top of artillery just destroys them. The explosive damage does so much. Speaking of explosive, that Sunmaker damn near knocked out all my Chosen right there. But we have Screamers. Screamers are great tech, great defenders against large entities, specifically cav units. Normally I think they have like 26 melee attack, but their 25 anti-large bonus is really interesting. So both of them on top of those Empire Knights or Reiksguard should be easy. Speaking of, those Reiksguard coming right in, but the Sunmaker doesn't care who it's shooting at. It's actually, I think, doing more damage to my opponent than me. Which you don't see in the Value Maker, but it is what it is. Infernal Gateway. I think that's a little preemptive Infernal, if you're asking me. Could have saved it. Speaking of, oh my god, yeah, that Sunmaker's trying to shoot the Golden Chicken and ends up doing more damage to the Empire Knights. Hey opponent, thanks. I didn't know this was a 2v1. Here we go. We got Chromes, we got Blues trying to help out right down here. Handgunner still being a nuisance, but the Sunmaker's helping me out. I think he must have had it. No, it's not on fire at will. If it was, he wouldn't be shooting his own units. So he must have been targeting the chicken and getting pretty bad results. I don't know if I would have went Swordsman here. I think I would have went for something. I don't know. I don't play Empire. If anyone could tell me if Swordsmen are cheaper than Spearmen, I just would have went Mass Chaff just to try to push right through. Look at that. Oh my god. Thank you, opponent. Thank you for making the Sunmaker as bad as it is. Jeez. You saw those blue fire shots right there. Missing horribly. Opponent's got his Life Mage trying to heal up the units that he does have, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. Those Chosen are going to hold out for a bit with the blue fire support. Golden Chicken just regenerating its Protoss shield as much as we can. Should charge it into those handgunners right now, but I'm too preoccupied trying to get that stupid Haymaker offline. Although I don't think I should at this point. My opponent's been using it to great effect on himself. So maybe I should just leave it. I don't know. When you're in the heat of combat, though, you really don't think of these things. Speaking of heat of combat, look at these boys. My cav units. Tzeentch, Protoss. Cav units. Look at them go. They're so badass. Tzeentch Doom Knights are actually the reason I fell in love with Knights in general. They're just such cool. They're such a cool unit. I made an entire army on them in the campaign, just so I can get my cav charge fix going. Poor Golden Chicken. Poor Golden Chicken. We got Chromatic shooting at Grenadiers, and knowing my opponent, if he's shooting at my units, he's also shooting at his units with these. Watch. Watch those Spearmen disappear quicker than my guys. No, it's pretty even, but his Outriders are going to pay for it. That's what, 600-700 points down the drain? I'll take free units any day. We got Screamers backing up my Doom Knights, which really needs to happen. If you support Doom Knights, they can last you quite a while. Charging into those Empire Knights, the handgunners with the Empire Knights. And the Golden Chicken should be able to push right through. Yeah, he's doing solid damage too. And this is what I need to do, because my opponent has healing, but the healing's only good when he's clumped up. I have him all over the place. We got Chaos Knights down on his third objective, so he can't focus on everything. It's just swordsmen and spearmen. It's ROR swordsmen, but Chaos Knights still rock that shit out. As long as they don't have armor piercing, they should hold out pretty good. And the Doom Knights rides the handgunners, baby. Watch them disappear. They don't have the charge bonus like their Lance variant, but they still hold out pretty good. I'm telling you guys, Knights, Chaos Knights are no joke. And when it comes to it, I think the Chaos Knight variants, how would I rank them? I think Slaanesh. Oh, a lot of Slaanesh units are going to get top tier for me, although I'm not a Slaanesh main. It's just the Strider, Immunopsychology, and the physical resistance on top of having super high melee defense. Some units even having more melee defense than Nurgle's units is what gives them. And some of them even have poison. That's what blows my damn mind. And then you have Nurgle's, which is just slower, high melee defense, and poison, and that's it. I mean, all their units get poison, but Slaanesh also gets poison. It's really tough. It's tough out here to beat anything. And then below that, you have Tzeentch right below Nurgle. So it's Slaanesh, Nurgle, Tzeentch. That was a... Well, no, that's actually Solid Infernal Gateway. I was like, I just did that on top of all my units. No, those are Empire Knights. Good job, me. So, yeah. Yeah. And then that comes Khorne at the bottom. Because Khorne... without the... And I forgot to mention, Slaanesh has the Flanker ability. Devastating Flanker. So on top of just being all around insanely defensive, they hit hard too. There's just no... I mean... The Khorne variant gets some unit psychology if its leadership's high enough. It's got bonuses if its leadership's high enough. But if it's not high enough, if it starts losing models, then no more bonuses. Whereas the Tzeentch variant has the shields and the magic damage. Nurgle's got high melee defense, poison, with similar speeds, if not the same speed as those other ones besides Slaanesh. So yeah, I think a few fixes here and there on certain units in the Chaos rosters, the Monogod rosters, would be helpful. Yes, Knights, do it! Oh, look at that, it's so satisfying. Then you have Screamers slowly but surely taking out these Knights on my opponent's side. Riders coming in, we're going to shut those boys down with some Riders of our own. Got Blues coming in on the third objective, trying to help out those Chaos Warriors. And that's the name of this game right now, slow but steady. Because we are catching up in points. We are super down in value, damn near 2,000, probably more since the healing. But we also have Protoss shields getting regenerated too, so I don't know. It could be closer, probably still around 2,000, maybe 1,500. Gateway wasn't too bad. Could have done more to the right, so I can get those handgunners, but that'll do, pig, that'll do. We're just pushing. Don't even care about the life mage. That's the thing about the life mage. Its healing's not bad for regrowth, but the healing on multiple units is only 7 seconds, so it's not really worth it to me, in my opinion. To me, it seems more... It just saves you a bit of time on those 7 seconds, but with so much magic going down, and a lot of my units having magical attacks and fire damage. Well, not a lot of them. Mostly the Marauder Horsemen. If any, and the Blues. So it kind of counteracts the healing a bit. Yeah, we are just up my opponent's ass. And there's no stopping it. Which is good! It's a good day to be a Chaos player. See, my opponent's trying to get on the second objective, trying to cut me off, but we have Chosen down there versus Spearmen. I think you know who would win that fight. Plus a Marauder Horseman coming to back them up and eventually move up to his spawn. Yeah, I played Black Ark well enough to know how to deal with this nonsense. The Life Mage didn't want any part of fighting Village, which makes sense. And the Outriders are shooting Village for no reason. Probably misclick on my opponent's end. He's got his Empire Knights right into my Blue Horrors right now, my Chromes, which makes sense. I don't blame him. And I'm running out of Winds of Magic at this point because we're in the late game, but we got the triple cap. So we're going to have this for a bit. And that's the name of the game, slow but steady. We slow them down long enough so that those triple points will eventually catch up. And I've been liking Chosen across all the Monogod factions, just all of them. They're all so good. Well, yeah, they're all so good. But if I had to rank them again... Nah, I already did it in a different video. We won't do it again. But I will say, when it comes to getting gameplay, Slaanesh, I just needed the one game and that was it. Khorne, it can be up in the air. Same with Nurgle. They're like 50-50. But Tzeentch is such a... Tzeentch is so... I want to say it's a bit more defensive. And a bit more premium for what you want to do with them. I mean, it makes sense. They have shields, they have spells. You want to be holding things out. They have Chaos Warriors, but those Chaos Warriors, with their other variants, are basically just regular Chaos Undivided Warriors, which is magic damage. So you're paying a bit more for something you're probably not going to get a lot out of, unless there's a lot of physical resistance coming in. Which against these boys, or Empire, not so much. So yeah, it's a bit more difficult. But yeah, I've been loving Chosen. I've been loving Chosen. They've been doing great effect. Not so much for Chaos Furies. Chaos Furies I've been finding quite lacking. They're not able to take out the units that I want them to, but they are just good for slowing things down and just stopping units from shooting, specifically artillery pieces. I did like the Golden Chicken. I didn't use the Golden Chicken to the best effect, but it was good enough to slow down the Haymaker. Matter of fact, it made the Haymaker even better. So I've liked it in that regard. Screamer's always good. Why my opponent sending his Knights against my Screamers, I don't know. But we got Marauders into his Gunners, and we got more Chosen coming after we cleared off those Spearmen. More Chaos Knights, so that's going to be a pain in the ass for my opponent. Yeah, a very strange thing I noticed too is when you resummon units that were once on the battlefield, their shields come in. It might just be units you spawn in general, but I think it could be both, I don't know. Units spawned in don't come in with, I think, 1/4 of their shields, 33% of their shields, which is really annoying and kind of, I don't know. It's just annoying. I hate it. I hate it. Because if you're if you're in my opponent's position, you come in with only 33% of your shield. What the fuck? How the hell are you supposed to deal with any of this now? It's just a kick in the nuts, honestly. I see my opponent trying to go for the first objective. Those Knights are going to intercept them. Just get rid of them, and eventually we'll move on. Probably going to regroup into my opponent's objective. I know we have Chaos Knights coming in from the third. Marauders coming in as well. Just holding out. My opponent's probably going to make a play for the third. I mean, against Chromes, the Chromes will last. They got a lot of models. Should be able to last quite some time. Nice army-wide ability blasting coming down. Probably could have just done down the handgunners on top of village. Yup, Empire Knights coming in. But by the time they get there, it's probably going to be over because my opponent's only got, what, 15 seconds left? Yeah. 15 seconds and those Knights will last, baby. They got the shields coming in. We got Marauders. Yup. GG, opponent. GG. Alright, let's check out the value now. Yeah, Chaos Warriors didn't do so great. That one, at least one of them paid for itself. Same with the Lord of Change. Golden Chicken, not too bad. 300 off. Could have been better. Chromes did amazing. Blues, not bad either. Screamers, MVPs. Knights pay for themselves, but I did have to recast them. But they probably would have got more value in the second round, so that makes sense. Especially with how weak a lot of my opponent's units were. Marauder Horsemen I've been noticing too haven't been getting great value. But they are fast and they hold objectives, so good enough for me. So I hope you guys like that. Like, sub, follow me on Twitter. If you do, you can see clips of future videos, you get notified of streams, and with the streams you can come play, have fun, say hi, give some love out. But yeah, with all that said, y'all have a good one, peace, and goodbye for now.